we are now into week 3, and this week is all about using the app MyFitnessPal to track your calories and to set yourself into a calorie deficit which is needed for fat loss. So really nice and simple. All I need you to do is weigh yourself first thing in the morning and find out how much you weigh in kilos. You're then going to times this by 2.2 to find out how much you weigh in pounds. And then there's an equation we can use to work out how many calories roughly you should be consuming to keep yourself in a calorie deficit. So what we have learned so far, that you need to be in a calorie deficit in order to achieve fat loss. If you're happy with where you are with your weight and how you're looking, you'll be looking to more stay within a maintenance level. If you're wanting to build and grow some more muscle mass, you then need to take yourself into a calorie surplus. So what I'm going to do is give you an equation to help you with each of these goals. So first things first, as I said, you're going to weigh yourself, find out how much you weigh in pounds, and then if you are looking to lose weight, I would like you to times that number by 10 to 12. If you're looking for maintenance, you're going to times that number by 12 to 14, or if you're looking to be in a calorie surplus, you're going to times it by 14 to 16. So, for example, if you have someone who weighs 150 pounds and they're looking to go into a calorie deficit, I would suggest timesing that number by 12. So that's going to give you 1800. So that person is going to consume 1800 calories for the period of 7 days, so a week, and then at the end of that week they're going to weigh themselves again and see if they have lost weight. If they find that they have lost a dramatic amount of weight, I would say anything above sort of 2 kilos, especially in the first week, then maybe they would need to have slightly higher calories. If they have lost 1 to 2 pounds, which I'll say is a good amount of weight to lose on a weekly basis, especially for a fat loss goal, then they're going to hold their calories there and continue to consume that amount. When you hit a plateau, that's when we then need to adjust the calories slightly, but I'm going to come on to that in a later video. So for the next week, all I would like you to do, as mentioned, is find out how much you weigh in pounds and then times your weight in pounds by the number depending on your goal. So again, if you want to be in a calorie deficit, you're going to times it between 10 to 12. If you're wanting maintenance, then 12 to 14, and if you're wanting a surplus to build a little bit more muscle, as I said, you need to be fueling your body and eating more, so it's going to be 14 to 16. I will talk to you all throughout the week about this equation, and hopefully that gives you a good idea of roughly how many calories you want to be aiming for and tracking on MyFitnessPal. Any other questions, please let me know. MyFitnessPal app, I'm going to add in the dinner to show you exactly how easy it is to do it. So I'm going to go on dinner, click on the barcode. I've got my pork mince which we're having for dinner, so you can see it's 500 grams. I'm going to scan the barcode. It comes up with 100 grams raw. What I'm going to do is put the whole container, so that's 500, and for one I'm going to make 4 burgers, so it's going to be 0.25. Tick, and you can see it gives you the carbs, the fats and the protein and the calories, so that is all correct. I'm going to press tick and add. I'm going to have it with some vegetables, so I'm going to be cooking this packet. Same thing applies. I'm going to scan the barcode. This is 220 grams, the container. We'll probably halve this one, so I'm going to have 0.5. Tick and add. I'm also going to show you how I add in something which I'm not going to scan, or I have scanned previously. So for example, with our dinner, I'm going to have some rice. So I'm going to click, I'll show you that again just because I've gone quite quickly. Add food, search for food. I'm going to put rice, basmati rice. I'm going to have 40 grams tonight. And you can see that says 31 carbs, 0.4 fat, 3.4 protein, and I'm doing it off of 1 gram. There are different weights here, but I'm going to click 1 gram and 40. Add. Bosh, and that is dinner in. If you then allow your screen to turn sideways, spin it round, it gives you the macro breakdown. So you can see here, total calories for dinner, 331, 35 carbs, 7 fat, 32 protein. It gives you the macro count of each of the 3 ingredients. And that is as simple as it is to use MyFitnessPal. You just do the same for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Your snacks, I wouldn't recommend putting your exercise in because often it bumps up your calories, so just ignore that. But that really is a quick guide to how to input your dinner. I'm often asked a lot of questions regarding the app MyFitnessPal. I think it's one of the best apps when you're looking to track your food and your macros. However, there is one big tip that I'm going to give you. If your goal is fat loss, you need to be in a calorie deficit. If you then enter your exercise into MyFitnessPal, it's more than likely going to take you out of your calorie deficit and into more of maintenance calories. You might be confused by what I'm trying to say. For example, if you've set your calories at 1,500 per day, and then you go to a spinning class and you burn, say, 400 calories. You're then going to enter that you've done the spinning class into MyFitnessPal, and it's going to say, well done, you're allowed to consume an extra 400 calories. This is going to bump your calories up to 1,900 per day, taking you out of that calorie deficit which is needed for fat loss, and it's going to take you probably more likely into a maintenance or even surplus levels, affecting your results for fat loss.